Record. Uh, Hi everyone. My name is Rakesh. Uh, I'm here with my partner Manikanta, and today I'm going to present about the final project of our CSC 564 visualization course. So for this final project, we have chosen the topic of COVID-19. Uh, we are showing a dashboard for the COVID-19. Uh, Unlike many other dashboards that we currently have for COVID-19, we are actually trying to include uh, both the scenarios of the cases that are being spread and also the vaccination efforts that are currently being undertaken across the country, across the countries of the whole world. And in this dashboard, we are trying to showcase these both informations side by side so that one can compare those informations and draw some interesting inferences. Uh, that's the introduction of our poster, and this is our poster that we have designed for the COVID-19 dashboard. And here we have different sections for introduction, observations, and conclusions. In the introduction, we are conveying that we have this dashboard and the different plots we have, and also we are visualizing both the information about the cases confirmed and also about the vaccinations that are being taken place. And with these visualizations, we are trying to convey the data that we have into these different plots and draw some interesting observations uh, to tell out their story. So with this bar graph, we are showing just the information about different countries, each country representing a bar, and the count representing the either the number of cases or the total number of vaccinations that are being taken place for the country. And in the choropleth map, this is also a heat map with the density of the color indicating the number of that particular either the cases or the vaccinations for that country. And in the parallel coordinate plots, we have identified certain attributes to draw some interesting correlations between those attributes. And similarly, in the MDS plot, uh, we are pointing each country as a data point, and with the help of brushing and linking, we are trying to draw some inferences. And coming to the conclusion, uh, as you all know, there's a lot of information about COVID-19. With the help of dashboard, having both the cases and vaccinations in place, we want to provide better knowledge to the user. And coming to the actual project, we have actually considered our data set from worldwide in data or world in data. So this we have actually considered this data set because this data set has information starting from January 2020 to the current date, and it has data for each day for each country. And for this project, we have considered the uh, period from April of 2020 to April of 2021. And coming to the actual project, this is a Python and Flask project. Uh, so this is our launching period of the dashboard. And in here, we have two main features. That is, one is the cases, which will be showing in the orange color. And when I click on the vaccines button, we'll be showing the data or visualizing the data of vaccinations around the world in the blue scheme. And if I switch back to cases, we'll be showing this in the cases information, and this is the vaccines information. And in this way, we are trying to provide the user the feasibility of understanding any country or any scenario in terms of the cases that are being spread and also the vaccination that are being administered. And coming to these plots, so we have basically five plots. One is a bar graph, which shows each country in its particular rectangular bar, and the count indicating on the top. And we are also considering or showing only the top n number of countries that will be fit in this bar. And also in the choropleth map, we have each country's data, and the intensity of the color indicates the number of either the cases or the vaccinations that are being placed. This is the tooltip that we have for the choropleth map. And when I navigate to vaccines and hover over a country, we can see the number of vaccinations that are being taken place. And since USA, for this case, has 80 million vaccinations, we are showing that information over here and also in the bar graph. And in the PCB plot, we have these different attributes from which we are trying to draw some certain inferences, which we'll be explaining next. And in the line plot, we have let's say three different lines. One is for vaccines, one is for the number of cases confirmed, and the red line is for the number of deaths. And this legend will indicate the significance of each of this plot line path. And we are considering from April to April of last year to April of this year. And in the MDS plot, each data point or each point is a country, and some of from this MDS plot, we are trying to observe some phenomena using some brushing and linking. And the next scenario will be explained by my partner.
We can draw many inferences from these charts. I'm going to present you some true facts which would evoke the thoughts of understanding information bias we are surrounded. We didn't choose to cluster data in MDS as many countries around the world has handled the pandemic similarly when compared to other few outliers, not just outliers, anomalies like United States, uh, Brazil, India. Yeah. And United States is different because it has higher case count when compared to the rest of the world, uh, of around 30 million, and India is different because it has higher case count but very low cases per million ratio when compared with the other countries. So entire world media is focused on United States because of its higher case count, but higher case per million is actually registered in uh, Czech Republic. So if you can see, Czech Republic had the higher cases per million. That indicates that you're more probable to get COVID if you're in Czech Republic when compared to the other countries. So now let's analyze deaths per million. So similarly, Czech Republic has higher deaths per million. Surprisingly, Hungary, Bulgaria, and few other European countries like Belgium also had higher deaths per million when compared to United States, India, and all other countries which we think were affected the most. Countries like now let's analyze test to thousand ratio. Yeah, countries like Slovakia and Cyprus were able to conduct more tests, yet they were still not able to stop the spread of the pandemic. And now let's come to next level of countries like United Arab Emirates, Emirates, and Luxembourg. They were conducting so many tests, they were able to flat out the pandemic. So if you see, countries which have the lowest test count are still having an increased number of counts of in the spread of pandemic, still responsible the spread of coronavirus. And um, now let's compare countries with let's reset the filters. Sorry. Yeah, countries with higher tests are having very low positive ratio, and countries having higher positivity rate are not at all are doing very few tests per thousand. Surprisingly, United States neighbor Mexico had very high positivity rate. And now let's analyze an interesting correlation in MDS plot. If you can see, all of these countries are European countries and South American countries, and most of the European countries have fared similarly for the pandemic, as you can see from this MDS plot. So in the same way, if you can see, this indicates the Asia, Russia, and few other countries right next to Russia. Yeah, and these are mostly African countries and Asian countries. Yeah, if you can see, African countries, China, and other countries. These are the countries which have the lower case load ratio, and they are on the top side of the MDS plot. And now let's compare vaccinations. Uh, so, as you might have heard from the news, that Israel is the first country to reach herd immunity by having 60% vaccination. So, This is the one. So if you can see, Israel is the only country had 60% vaccinations. And there's a surprising anomaly outlier here. That's Gilberta, which had 90% vaccination rate in their country. It's an actually British Ocean territory south of Portugal. And the reason for this was they launched a program called Operation Freedom, which vaccinated almost every people, and even the citizens above 100 years of old, which is surprisingly different. And with this inferences, I would like to conclude my presentation of this project. Yeah, thank you for watching the video.